Hi, everybody. It's time for a live weather update. Give you the very latest just in case you are only near your computer and didn't have a chance to watch Fox 8 News at noon. So all the information is starting to come in. We're starting to refine things like timing of the front, snowfall, the also the reduction in the temperature, something that we're calling a flash freeze. Technically, essentially, a flash freeze is just any sudden drop in temperature that goes from above freezing to way below freezing in a short period of time, where you have the potential, especially if you have rain ahead of the system, that could suddenly freeze on the roadways. That's what we're going to be dealing with. We'll look at all of the details hour by hour coming up here momentarily. Well, first of all, though, let's accent the positive. What's the positive? Is today. We're in the 40s right now. Here's a look at Burke Lakefront Airport at sunrise. And notice the Burke Lakefront Airport temperature there that continues to climb, hitting mid-40s. How about that? 47 degrees as of 1 o'clock. Now, the clouds have been thickening up, and eventually the clouds will get a little more productive as we move into the sunset time. We'll go hour by hour on a map here in just a second. You don't want to miss that. But let's now show you the current radar. Not too impressive. Most of the precip, which is actually mixing with some wet snow and freezing rain and sleet in Pennsylvania, the showers that we're picking up in Ohio are few and far between. Not too much happening along the front, but that's going to fill in pretty rapidly as the front approaches late this evening. But initially, temperatures will be warm enough where it will stay in the liquid phase, not the solid phase, but that's only for a short window. Again, hour by hour coming up. 46 degrees at Hopkins Airport, so we're plenty warm to see the initial batch of precip. You can see some of the action down around Bowling Green, Kentucky, and around Cape Girardeau, the boot heel of Missouri. You can see the increase in the rain pattern. That's going to get pulled up along the front and brought in here, and a steadier rain developing probably sometime between 8 and 10 p.m. tonight. Then the cold front moves through. This cold front, by the way, which is now approaching Chicago, we just went through Moline with the Quad Cities, Iowa, right along the Mississippi River, right along the eastern edge, essentially bordering Illinois and Iowa. And earlier today it was near freezing in Moline, and within about 4 hours they dropped to 0. And it's below 0 right now in places like Cedar Rapids, Waterloo, Minneapolis. The average temperature there right now is anywhere from 7 to 10 below, and that's without wind chill. Okay, let's go hour by hour now and show you what's going to be happening. This is going to be the time to take advantage of the weather. We don't have many showers. It's in the mid-40s. Maybe you have a snowblower that has yet to be started. This is the time to get it started because temperatures are very kind at the moment. So if you can get it started, let it run for a few minutes, never in the garage. Always take it outside and make sure the exhaust is fully outside. And let it run for about 5 minutes or so. Let all of the new fuel, let all of the oil come up to temperature, all of the parts get nice and lubricated, and the engine block gets warm. That way, when tomorrow comes, it will start a lot easier if you need to get the snow blower out. Maps in motion, the showers increase. I've stopped the action here at 1:30 a.m. Notice that the temperature is still in the 40s up and down the I-77 corridor. Look at Cleveland, 42, Akron, 42, Canton, 42, New Philadelphia, 42. Almost the same. Lorraine, Medina, Worcester, Millersburg, just before 2 a.m. Then the front comes by, and the very quick flash freeze and a very quick changeover to snow. Snow will be heavy at times tomorrow morning. This is 7 a.m. So we were in the 40s just a few hours ago. Now the computer model's insisting that tomorrow morning when you wake up, it'll be 6,555 at Cleveland, Akron, Canton, New Philly, and there's a 0 at Ashland, and it's below 0. Upper Sandusky, Bucyrus, and Mansfield will now advance over to 1 p.m., and there is a potential that Cleveland will go to below 0 on your backyard thermometer. These aren't wind chills. This is on your thermometer. This is why you want to get that snow blower if it's been inactive for many, many months through the summer into the fall. Get it started while it's in the 40s so that tomorrow it'll start with these very cool temperatures. Notice how by afternoon the lake effect will begin to kick in, and a lot of the snow, the first initial burst of snow, which everyone will get, is beginning to wind down. All right, here's a look at the futurecast, and notice we go from 43 at 3 a.m. to, by 7 a.m., 9. And by the time we get to 9 a.m., we're going to flirt with 0, plus or minus, all the way through Christmas Eve, and hardly much of a rise Christmas Eve. And in addition to that, we are looking at very strong winds. Notice how the wind gusts as the front approaches begins to pick up some steam. By 4 a.m., we have gusts to 36, and by the time we get to sunrise, wind gusts will be in the 40 to 50 mile per hour range. There may be some local power outages as a result of some tree limbs coming down on power lines and that kind of thing. Whenever you see wind gusts past 40 miles an hour, you always increase the risk that some communities may get knocked out of power a little bit, so keep that in mind. So obviously, if you go without power and you want to save everything in your freezer, you won't have much of a problem. Just put it outside on the deck or just outside your front porch somewhere secure, obviously, where freezer-like temperatures will be there during the day. All right, snowfall. Let's talk about the futurecast. The general initial burst of snow will give 2 to 3 inches. Mount Vernon, New Philly, up to about Bolivar and Carrollton. Then as you work towards Canton and Akron, and that would include Millersburg and Worcester, 3 to 6 inches possible. This is going to be very difficult, though, to measure because of the very strong and gusty winds. And with temperatures going into the near 0 category, there will be some local whiteouts in wide open areas. So if you're traveling tomorrow, again, it's not so much the fact that we'll be seeing snow, which we will, but after the snow begins to taper, the wind will be pushing it around and very, very easily because of the low temperature. So we have low temperature and very easy to blow snow, and the result may be some blizzard warnings. Remember, you don't need snow falling for blizzard warning. You just need visibilities to go under a quarter mile for 3 hours, wind gusts past 35, and that's pretty much the criteria. Notice how this, by the way, is through Christmas morning, and we have some augmentation of the snow beginning Cleveland up to the typical I-90 corridor with the potential for up to 12 inches of snow plus, and this is just through Christmas morning, and it's very likely that some of the lake effect may go on through Christmas Day and Christmas night. Look at this huge drop. By tomorrow, 36 degrees below normal, and we'll keep it very much below normal even on Christmas Day, but very gradually the atmosphere will begin to modify. So for today, clouds thicken. Showers may increase, especially well after sunset. Look for a high plus or minus 42, although we're already up into the mid-40s in some cases. Now tonight's overnight low, that 8, when you wake up in the morning, won't happen until 2:30 a.m. At 2:30, a lot of places will still be in the 40s. It'll be rain. And then the temperature will drop quickly. We'll go from rain to ice to snow within 5 or 10 minutes, and that's when the problems begin after 3 a.m. along the I-77 corridor. A little earlier to the west, Mansfield, in Millersburg, Medina, and a little bit later, but not too much later, to the east, because all of this will be happening very fast. For tomorrow, temperatures continue their slide down to 0. Snow will be heaviest in the morning. We showed you the amounts, 3 to 6 in the southern part of our viewing area, maybe closer to 5, 6 inches, closer to the snow belt, and then we'll get some augmentation from the lake effect in the afternoon in the lake effect, while elsewhere it will just be blowing snow. That 0 is on your thermometer. Wind chill temperatures tomorrow with winds gusting to near 50 will be easily near 20 below 0. So we go from 42 today to an average daytime temperature of 0 on Friday. Christmas Eve, not much better, 8. There'll be some snow showers around, especially in and around the snow belt, maybe not so much well away from the snow belt areas. And you can see the very, very slow moderation, 13 on Sunday, Monday 20, and then finally a little bit closer to normal by the time we get to the end of next week, a little closer to 34, 37 on Wednesday, Thursday, and that may probably last into New Year's Eve, the final day of 2022. So certainly the next 4, if not 5 days will be extremely memorable, and the most memorable part of it will be the initial shock value of going from 42 today to an average daytime temperature of 0 with a wind chill of 20 below during the day tomorrow. And most of the snow coming in the morning hours, tapering off some in the afternoon away from the lake, but may continue with snow belt snow showers into Christmas Eve and early Christmas morning. We'll have updates as need be throughout the day. Stay tuned right here to Fox 8 and the Fox 8 Facebook page and the Fox 8 Weather Center app. That's fox8.com/weather. You'll get all kinds of information there right through the day. Mackenzie Bart will join me in the 4 and 5 o'clock hour, so we'll see you then.